Сьогодні ми відзначаємо 365-й день опору України проти Росії. Зрано нині ми мали Вервичу, відмовили Вервичу в наміренні України за мир, за кінець війни. Опісля Вервичі була відправлена служба Божа в наміренні українського народу. Слава Україні! Героям слава!
Доброго дня! Сьогодні ми маємо 24 лютого 2023 рік. Один рік пройшов з того часу, як почалася війна. Ми дуже сильно сподіваємося, що це найближчим часом закінчиться, і ми робимо все від себе можливе, щоб подолати цю війну разом з Україною і допомогти Україні та українцям у Канаді. На цьому гості ми збираємося 87-й раз. Слава Україні!
Героям слава! Україна переможе!
Добрий день! Я з Української кредитової спілки хочу тільки вам сказати, що ми підтримуємо український народ. Вже дали понад 1 мільйона допомогти в цій війні.
Only are immortal who have created and fashioned man, for out of the earth were mortals made, and unto the earth shall we return again, as you commanded when you made me, saying unto me, for earth you are, and unto the earth shall you return, where we mortals all shall go.
Welcome again for those who have just arrived. We're going to have now a series of expressions of support from community and faith leaders in our region. We will start with the Honourable Ryan Turnbull, who's the Member of Parliament for Whitby.
A year ago today, without any provocation, Russia unlawfully and brutally invaded Ukraine, and lives were changed forever. Many have lost their loved ones, have been forced to leave their country, and have had their homes and communities obliterated. And I know for some here today, their loved ones are still in Ukraine, putting themselves in great peril to resist. And many are there fighting for their freedom and sovereignty. I want to salute the strength, courage, and resilience of the Ukrainian people and their heroic efforts under the leadership of President Zelensky to defend their homeland against tyranny. My heart goes out to all of you for your grief and your loss. and I have nothing but admiration for your stamina and your fortitude.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very pleased to join you, and I wanted to thank this community for welcoming us into your spiritual home here. I am very pleased to be joined by faith leaders from across the community and leaders across the community that I see in these benches and that maybe I don't see here today, but acting across the community to bring us all together. I'm not going to echo what Ryan has so eloquently said, but I know we are all so glad to know that Canada is moving forward in a strong way because we are all standing with Ukraine. Here in Oshawa, I'm proud to represent it, but I'm even more proud to be a friend and a neighbor of so many who have made Oshawa so strong, made it home, but made it better for all of the new neighbors from when they came, and many of you have been here since long before I was, shaping Oshawa. We have shared this community and shared communities across Ontario and Canada. So what is happening in Ukraine, while personal to so many of you, is personal to all of those who know you and love you and are thinking of you, and we do stand together. It is unimaginable that here we are already a year of war. It was unimaginable a year ago to think how it could unfold, and we see the harm and the hurt and the tragedy and the trauma unfolding. I can only imagine what many of you are living with and carrying here, but please know that we share that with you. We'll continue to stand strong, and again, I'm glad to join you today, but every day, because we are together in this. Slava Ukraini.
Shalom, and it gives me great pleasure to have the honor of being here and praying for those in Ukraine for the war. I have two readings. One is a prayer for the Ukraine that was written by Joanne Fink, and the second one is a prayer for peace that we recite on Shabbat, on our Shabbat services. We pray for Ukraine and the safety and security of its citizens. Bless those fighting to protect their homeland with resources, courage, determination, and strength. We pray for the refugees evacuating their homes. Watch over them on their journey, provide for their needs, enable them to return swiftly to Ukraine. We pray for the Russians protesting this invasion. May their voices be heard and magnified and help bring an end to the conflict. We pray for the countries offering humanitarian aid. Bless them with abundant resources to feed, clothe, and shelter refugees. We pray for our world leaders determining history. Bless them with wisdom, clarity, and unity, and enable them to act decisively for the greater good. We pray for those who are suffering, grieving, and afraid. Bless them with hope and healing, comfort and connection, and the knowledge that they are not alone. We pray for our broken world and the people in it. Bless us with the ability to work together to usher in the era of abiding peace.
We find ourselves in. You know, 1 year ago, the Olympics had just completed, a celebration of peace, celebration that brought the world together, and then a few short hours, a few short days later, we had international conflict. On behalf of my brothers and sisters in the Anglican Church of Canada, our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts are with you in this difficult time, and we remain steadfast with you and firm in our resolve that peace will come to your homeland and that God be with you in this challenging and difficult circumstance. I also want to read from the book of Psalms, Psalm 46, because I think it speaks very powerfully to the situation and sometimes the difficulty that we feel. Sometimes we feel that God is not with us, but God is with us. God will not abandon us. God is our refuge and strength at very present, help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth shall change, though the mountains shake and the heart of the sea, though the waters roar and foam, though the mountains tremble with tumult. God is in the midst of the city, it shall not be moved. God will help when the morning dawns, the nations are in uproar, and the kingdoms totter.
Слава Ісусу Христу! Державний прапор – це символ єднання нації. Наш прапор символізує мирне синє небо та золоту родючу землю. І сьогодні ми робимо все, що рідна земля була засіяна не знаряддями, мінами та кулями, а чорнобривцями, волошками та мальвами. Щоб на нашій землі настав довгоочікуваний мир, щоб український прапор майорів і на Донбасі, і в Криму, щоб під цим прапором наша Україна жила, процвітала ще не 1000 років. Цитат Володимира Зеленського 23 серпня 2020 року. В руках я тримаю прапор, який щонедавно був подарований нам від піддіякона Маркіяна Кшик, голова пасторальної ради парафії Святого Юрія. Маркіян поїхав на Україну, долучився до групи інженерів-добровольців, що розбирають міни та бомби по селах і містах України, залишки російських злочинців. Як вияв подяки за отримані фонди в сумі $15,000, група підписала і подарувала нашій громаді цей дорогоцінний український прапор з воєнної зони України. Всечесніші отці, вельмишановні добродіки, honored guests, representatives of all levels of government, religious leaders, високоповажена голово Конгресу українців Канади пані Катерина Роговська, ladies and gentlemen, шановна громадо, дорога молоде. Today, as we mark Ukraine's 365 days of resistance against Russia, Ukraine is leading the way in this fight for the values of democratic world, and we should continue to support that fight. This is not just about Ukraine, it is about us all. Today, we reach out to you, our dear families, friends, and neighbors, all members of the Oshawa-Durham community and beyond, the global community, and we say, we stand with Ukraine. We stand with Ukraine. We stand with Ukraine. Today, as we mark Ukraine's 365 days of resistance against Russia, a mighty contingency of over 260 people of the Ukrainian community today rallied on the bridge across the Highway of Heroes that symbolically joins our community with Ukraine's heroes. Thank you for joining us. Together, we reinforced our commitment to Ukraine. We stand with Ukraine. Ukraine has galvanized the sense of Ukrainian national pride and resolve, which they express by continuing to fight for their country despite massive losses and widespread destruction. We pray for Ukraine. Thank you for joining us in prayer today. Ukraine has galvanized Western countries to issue condemnations and sanctions against the aggressor. We stand with Ukraine. Thank you, Canada. Western countries have contributed increasing military support for Ukraine. I hear today an additional 8 Leopard tanks from Canada. We stand with Ukraine. Thank you, Canada, for your contributions. People around the world throughout our country, Canada, drape themselves in blue and yellow, wave blue and yellow flags during protests in support of Ukraine. We hang flags and banners outside federal, provincial, municipal buildings and private homes to show support for Ukraine. Be seated. God bless Canada. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine's heroes. Slava Ukraini! Heroям slava!
Holy Fathers, dignitaries, Ukrainian community, we mark 1 year of remarkable Ukrainian resilience in the face of the genocide, unspeakable crimes, and evil perpetrated by Russia against Ukraine. Canada has strongly supported Ukraine and the Ukrainian people's right to live free in their own land. We are grateful to everyone in Canada who continues to stand with Ukraine. But in order to end the genocide that Russia is committing against Ukraine, Russia must be defeated. Now it is the time to help Ukraine finish the job. We must ensure that this year's anniversary, the first anniversary of Russia's full-scale war, is the only anniversary of this war. We must make sure that in 2023 a new anniversary will arise, Ukraine's Victory Day. Father Petrov, thank you so much for having us in this church. Holy Fathers, thank you for your everyday prayers for peace in Ukraine. Thank you, our dignitaries, for your presence and your support. It is very important to us. I strongly believe that together, we as Ukrainian community, and together we as Ukrainian and Canadians can help Ukraine win this war as soon as possible. Glory to Ukraine, glory to Canada. Slava Ukraini!
Всечесні отці, лідери різних конфесій, добродійки, дорогі браття і сестри, слава Ісусу Христу! Слава! Ніколи я не міг подумати, що колись у своєму житті я буду переживати війну на моїй рідній землі, на моїй батьківщині, на моїй прекрасній Україні. І це роздирає мені душу кожний день. Я молюся без перестанку за всіх, хто є на моїй рідній землі, за всіх моїх братів, друзів, дітей, які захищають нашу землю ціною свого особистого життя. Ми повинні дякувати Богу і канадській державі за те, що ми маємо змогу бути тут, у спокійному, доброму суспільстві, де ніхто нас не збирається вбити лише за те, що ми є українцями. Але на іншому кінці землі, на нашій рідній землі, саме це відбувається зараз. І продовжується вже рік часу. І тому ми збираємося і молимося всіма силами завжди і всюди, не тільки в церкві, а також на мості проводимо мітинги і привертаємо увагу всіх і всюди для того, щоб люди не забували, що відбувається в Україні. І разом із усіма наша нація, яка є дуже сильною, разом з усіма, з цілим світом, ми зможемо перемогти і перебороти цю нечисть, яка влізла на нашу землю своїми брудними ногами. Я дякую вам всім щиро за те, що ви прийшли, що ви приєдналися до нас у цій молитві. Дякую всім вам за ваші щирі відношення до нас, за ваші донати, за те, що ви приходите, за те, що ви допомагаєте Україні всім, чим тільки можете. Весь демократичний світ із нами, і разом ми переможемо і назад повернемо нашу рідну неньку Україну. Нехай Господь благословить вас усіх. Христос посеред нас.